Hi everyone. In the previous episodes of Day 1 and Day 2 in Pondicherry, we covered the world's second largest mangrove forest and the most renowned resorts in Pondicherry, Villa Pondi. Today, we shall travel together to Auroville. I traveled to Auroville after checking out from La Pondi only to know that my stay at Auroville wasn't confirmed and got cancelled the very last moment. Wow, this trip is going on a very high note. I'm sarcastic, by the way. First, the long ride in the scorching heat to Pichavaram, and now the cancelled stay. I had booked the Auroville guest house, specifically the Selvaraj Guest house, in order to get the Auro card to visit inside Matrimandir. Anyways, the whole plan got cancelled. So in the meantime, I visited B&C, that is the bread and chocolates, to fill me with some energy to search for a new stay. The dates that I visited was in August, and Pondicherry and Auroville were jam-packed, so it was very difficult to get a stay right at that moment. Somehow I found a good place called Auroville Villa for the next 2 days, but obviously at a higher price. Let me give you a little room tour. It's pretty decent stay with basic amenities. I paid 9,000 for 2 days stay, which is quite pricier, but got it for a last moment, so just can't complain. After the long drive from La Pondi to Auroville and my quest to find a new stay here, I just wanted to doze off after having a good meal in my tummy. And right next to my stay is the most famous pizzeria of the place called the Tantos. The place is always jam-packed and you have to wait for at least 10 minutes for a seat. The staff here are always on their toes to deliver for the demand here. I ordered for a pizza, pesto spaghetti and a tiramisu dessert. It was sumptuous. It's priced good for the quality of what they serve, and after a great dine out here at Tantos, I called it for the day. Next day, as soon as I woke up, I went on a quest to catch the sunrise as we are here on the east coast of India. I'm heading towards the Serenity beach. The morning roads of Pondicherry, the vibes, the market gives us and connects us into the most local touch of this place. The shore wasn't clean enough for me to shoot or gather some real content, but the beach and the sunrise here was scenic.
Use this beach locally. They use it for the morning nature's call, etc. And you see a bunch of people sitting. So I thought of making some cute videos wherein you just run away from the wave, and then we can take some close-ups of the legs, and then me doing all these things and cool breeze. But no, everywhere there is potty. And and also when I was sitting on this rock as well, there's a rock formation, and I was sitting and seeing there was this big crab. Okay, and our main instinct was to just get away from there, because what if something happens and we don't know the language as well, localites can't save us, all the worst scenario starts playing in your head. Yeah, but ran into this beach, but pretty much can't take any footages. And I'll show you the way how we came. It's a very narrow lane. Go in search of some beach, and you can drop off at any way in between, but it may take you through a very narrow lanes as well. So let's go. I shall show you how it looks like. See some potty in the frame, but can't help. There is a lot of things on the way. Yeah, this is how it looks. I came from this very narrow lane. Just took off our scooty in the morning and then headed for Serenity Beach, which was 9 minutes away. And it showed me that it would open at 7, so it is pretty much closed. So we thought of taking some narrow lanes via the local residential area, and this is where we landed up. So it's a stretch of around 500 meters. You have to walk like this and you will end up in the beach. Okay, I just came out of the narrow path, and right next to is Samarpanam guest house, which actually I contacted in the shortlisting. When I had shortlisted the number of Auroville guest house which could accommodate stay for 2 days, also give Oro card, this was one of them. So yeah, it is very next to the beach. I just noticed it now. And along with Samarpanam, there was one that is Selvaraj Guest House, was 2 of those which I contacted. And initially I went ahead with that, but it got cancelled. So also you can see on the way there is some funky graffiti kind of things. Looks nice.
After spending little time here, we headed towards the most iconic and the old hotels to have been retained from the independence time. That's the Indian Coffee House. The vibe and the place is something to be engrossed here for once. You get to see a very old structure, posters dated back to a long time. Although the food here was very okayish, but it's good to try once. Next up, heading towards Swaram, a musical healing center. Swaram is located in the middle of lush greenery. In this heat of Pondicherry, a ride under a green canopy feels so surreal. Midway, I had a small pit stop to witness a local kabaddi match. Couldn't stay for a long time because I have to head to Swaram, but it was a good watch though. One must cross the Matrimandir to reach Swaram. So many people. And this is one of the reasons why I chucked out to visit Matrimandir in this visit.
So I have reached the Swaram Sound Healing Center at 11. It opens at 11. And here you can see there's a registration where you have to pay 120 rupees per person and then register yourself. And they're all miniature structure of all the sound instruments that they give a basic overview of. And then right opposite you have sound garden, for which the visitors are allowed to play the music with the instruments and feel it for themselves. And recording is allowed here. And also the other half of this property is where they actually manufacture these instruments to the precision. Also they have some of the healing therapies like sound therapies and massages therapies, but you have to pre-book it a week before by contacting them online. So yeah, I think it's a good experimental visit here, like a school science project. Okay. Like the swing thing we do, right? We just keep rotating like this until it's tight. So the plan for today was to visit Swaram around 11, and it's almost 12:30 right now. Plan is to head on, have lunch, and take some rest and head to the surfing lessons that have been planned today at 2 o'clock at Serenity Beach, and then just call it for the day. Hey, hi, that's it. The plan is to go to surfing lessons that are scheduled at 1:30. Actually starts from 2, but the instructor there has asked us to come at 1:30. So I've all packed in swimwear and put a lot of sunscreen, and we had already on the way had informed Tantos to keep our order ready. So we're hoping for the order to come to our table soon. and then once we eat, we'll head on. It's almost 1, so plan is to reach at 1:30. We have to eat soon, and it's almost a 20 or 15 minutes ride from here to Serenity Beach. And all the information regarding the surf lessons and the contacts and how to book everything, I leave in the description below.
I had so much fun surfing for the first time. They teach you the basics on how to catch a wave. The number of times that I have fallen down catching a wave is crazy. But I did catch the wave once. Not in the right form though, but I felt so accomplished doing that. I surfed for the very first time. As there were no one to record me while I was surfing, photos is all that I have got to share with you guys.
Okay, right now I'm done with my surf classes and clearly tanned. It was very fun. I wish next time I would come and take more surf classes again. Whew.
On the way, I did some window shopping. There is a laundry service right next to Tantos, and it was a great help, as I had very smelly laundry from the surfing and visit to Pichavaram. For the dinner, I visited one of the cafes which is very nearby to this stay called as Hope Cafe. It was very well lit up and the ambience was great. And I must say that they do have a very young and energetic staff there.
Okay, so today is day 4 and the plan for today is to check out from Auroville Villa here in Auroville and then head on to have breakfast in Auroville Bakery, keep our luggages here, in the meantime finish the pottery class that I have booked and then head on to Pondicherry. So let's see what this day has in store for me.
Sunday closed. Only Monday to Saturday. Yeah.
And hence I went to explore a place called Pizza Casa.
Plate idli, sir.
Uncle was very humble, but the service could have been a bit faster. Before departing Auroville, I had to visit Bread and Chocolate once, although it was crazy rush. Next up, the task on the list was to quickly collect the laundry that we had dropped in yesterday and head towards the pottery class. I reached a little early and I could already see a family completely enjoying the pottery. I could just not wait to get my hands messy. In the meantime, I went looking around the shop and they have so many handmade clay pots, options in all sizes and shapes and colors. pottery session was indeed very calming and therapeutical. I loved it. You also have an option to take back the pottery that you have done. You can wait for a day or a half and get them glazed and baked. So you can take them as souvenirs to your place. How cool is that? Now, before I check out this place and head to Pondicherry, let me quickly give you all the property tour of Auroville Villa. And that's it for this video. In the next episode, I'll catch up you in Pondicherry. Until then, stay tuned, and for all the information about the surfing and pottery, check out the description. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. Bye-bye.